you know that Italian and English share some words that are exactly the same as for spelling and meaning, but they are pronounced differently? Well, let's discover them together today. These words are a great way to review rules of good pronunciation in Italian, which we always talk about here on this channel. And also, they are a great way to check the most common mistakes that even advanced students make. These words can be very tricky even if you're an advanced learner, because when you see them, your brain wants to go the English way, the way it knows very well, but instead today we're going to train your brain to the right, authentic Italian way. Also, I'm going to give you some example sentences so you can see them in the context of a real Italian sentence. Okay, let's begin with the first word. Remember, all these words have this in common. They have the same spelling and the same meaning as in English, but we need to pronounce them differently in Italian. The first word is area. Area. It's not area, it's area. This is the perfect example to remind you of the importance of pronouncing vowels correctly in Italian, because as I always say, vowels are the pillars of correct Italian pronunciation, and the fact that we pronounce vowels always the same way, always like the word substanding. So if you have e and you have a and you have them together, one next to each other, you will still pronounce them like e a, ea. It's not like in English that you make a different sound, you blend the two sounds together and you end up with area. In Italian it's area. Area. Let's see an example sentence. Quest'area è molto affollata. This area is very crowded. Quest'area è molto affollata. Ok, parola numero 2. Idea. Idea. Let's put a 2 here. Idea. So in English it's idea. In Italian, as I was saying, we pronounce vowels always the same way. So it's idea. Let's see this in an example sentence. È una buona idea. It's a good idea. È una buona idea. Perfetto. And if this aspect of vowels confuses you, or you didn't know about this, if you don't know that we pronounce vowels always the same way in Italian, I do have a video where I explain the foundations of good Italian pronunciation, and I talk about how to pronounce vowels extensively. I'm going to leave the link in the description below so you can check that out. Okay, let's move on to word number 3. Parola numero 3. Circa. So this is circa, not circa. Why? Because we never ever pronounce that consonant as s. We either pronounce it as chi, like in this instance, or k, but never ever pronounce the c as in English. In Italian, it's never like that. Circa. Now, circa in English is used before an year to say a date. You're not exactly sure about. You could, like, he was born circa 1600. You can use it circa that way in Italian too, but I want to highlight here that we use circa mostly with the meaning of about before a quantity. So like about 10 pages or about 5 pounds. So circa is mostly used with the meaning of about. Keep that in mind. Let me give you an example with this use of circa, since it's the most common. Ho letto circa 10 pagine. I read about 10 pages. So in this case, circa doesn't mean circa in English, but it's very common, a very common usage. Okay, let's move on. Parola numero 4. And this word is via. Now, via, if you have been to Italy, you're probably like, Valentina, what you're talking about? Via is the address, like via Roma, via Abruzzo. Well, Actually, via in Italian has 3 different meanings. The street in the address, via as an adverb means away, but via also means via. Now, I know in this instance, in British English and American English can be a bit different. So it may be that in the US, most people say via as in Italian. But just to be clear, this is the equivalent of via in English. And that means when you use something as an instrument, as a tool, as a means of communication or doing something. For example, classical sentence is ci sentiamo via email. See you, or we're going to hear from each other via email. So using the email. That's the same meaning, but the different pronunciation. Via. Ok, parola numero 5, and that's chaos. Now, I know in English this has a slightly different spelling, which is this, and it's pronounced as chaos, but in Italian we spell it without the H because we don't need the H for the hard sound. So, chaos. The meaning is the same. Let's see an example sentence. Questa stanza è un caos. This room is a chaos. Questa stanza è un caos. Okay, this is going to be a helpful sentence for any mother or father out there, I think. So, questa stanza è un caos. Andiamo avanti. 6, parola numero 6. Placebo. It's not placebo, it's placebo. This is the perfect combination of what I told you about vowels and the C. Placebo. So the C is C and the vowels are always the same. So A and E. Placebo. Let's see an example sentence. Studiano l'effetto placebo. They study the placebo effect. Placebo. Ok, parola numero 7. Zoo. Zoo. It's not zoo, it's zoo. Why? Because we have O, and vowels are always pronounced the same way. So if we have 2 O's, we just pronounce both of them. Zoo. Ad esempio, siamo andati allo zoo ieri. We went to the zoo yesterday. Siamo andati allo zoo ieri. Molto bene. Let's see another one. Numero 8. Oboe. Oboe. This is the instrument, the oboe, but in Italian it's spelled the same way, same meaning, but different pronunciation. Lei suona l'oboe. She plays the oboe. She plays the oboe. In italiano, lei suona l'oboe. And now the final one, number 9, numero 9, one of my favorite ones is motto. Motto. It's not modo, it's motto. Why? We have 2 consonants. We need to make them clear. So it's 2 consonants and you need to pronounce both of them to emphasize them. Motto. Perfetto. Let me give an example sentence. Il mio motto è imparare l'italiano può essere divertente. My motto is, and this is true, this is really my motto, learning Italian can be fun. And I hope you will agree with me. Il mio motto è imparare l'italiano può essere divertente. Ok ragazzi, there you have it. 9 different words. Well, 9 words that are exactly the same within Italian and English as for meaning and spelling, but they are pronounced quite differently. So, did you know any of them? And which one were you getting wrong? Let me know in the comments below. I always read them and do my best to reply to you all. That's all for today. Have a great day. Buona giornata e a presto. Ciao da Valentina.